Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a rowdy couple in love that loves reacting to some RWBY.
Yes, we do.
And so we're checking out RWBY Volume 2, Episode 6. Yes, that's what that is. That's what it is. Yeah, it's in the thumbnail. It's in the title. It's everywhere. And so if you want all of our RWBY reactions, go ahead and check out the description of this video. We got a playlist there. And yeah, we also got a link to our Patreon. We can get early ad-free access to our RWBY reactions.
Because who doesn't love ad-free?
Yeah.
Very catchy song.
Yeah, it is. For sure. They do a good job on their songs. I want to see Cinder in action. I want to see her.
I need you to pick a tablecloth. Are they both the same?
Yeah.
I don't even know why I asked.
Damn, she's strong.
So, have you picked out a dress yet? What's the point? Who cares about the dance if Blake isn't going?
Oh, don't worry. She's going.
Weiss!
I thought we agreed. No doilies.
If I don't get doilies, you don't get fog machines.
Your dance is gonna have fog machines?
We
dance
were
doesn't?
thinking about it.
That's pretty cool.
You ladies all excited for dress up?
Yeah, right.
Laugh all you want. I'll be turning heads tomorrow night.
What are you two wearing?
This?
Ignore him, for he knows not what he says.
Hey, I moved to Mistral, but I grew up in Vacuo. It's not exactly a shirt and tie kind of place.
Yeah, we've noticed.
I was about to say.
So, what does Blake think of all this? She's still being all, you know, Blakey?
Obviously. I still can't think of a way to change her mind.
Guys, trust me. Blake will be at the dance tomorrow.
All right, Yang. What you got up your sleeve? She's like a cat.
Oh, that's good.
Just piss her off enough. Is this because she's a faunus?
Hello! What do you... We need to talk.
Yeah.
Huh?
We need to talk.
Ren, I'm just gonna come out and say it. You are one of my best friends. These past few months, I feel like we've really bonded.
I barely talk to him.
You don't say much. I mean, you're really quiet. To be perfectly honest, I don't know that much about you personally, but darn it, I consider you to be the brother I never had.
And I you.
Which is why I wanted to get your advice on girls.
Girls?
I just don't know how to... girls. I guess what I'm asking is, well, how did you and Nora, you know...
We're not actually together.
Nora, I said headphones on!
Sean, what is this all about?
It's Weiss. I'm completely head over heels for her, and she won't even give me a chance. She's cold, but she's also incredible. She's smart and graceful and talented. I mean, have you heard her sing? I just wish she'd take me seriously, you know? I wish I could tell her how I feel without messing it all up.
Then do it.
What?
Tell
Oh,
her
Pira.
exactly what you've just said. No ridiculous schemes, no pickup lines. Just
Be honest.
be honest.
But what?
Jean, you can't get it wrong if it's the truth.
Good job, Pira.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Thanks, Pira. Good talk, friend.
It's scary, but put yourself out there, and at least then you know, for sure, that she does not like you.
Practice what you preach, Pira.
Yang, if you're going to tell me to stop,
Good
you
job,
may
Nora.
as well just save your breath.
I don't want you to stop. I want you to slow down.
We don't have the luxury to slow down.
It's not a luxury, it's a necessity.
The necessity is stopping Torchwick.
And we're going to. But first, you have to sit down and listen to what I have to say.
Like, Blake, if you looked in the mirror, like, look at your eyes, honey. You need sleep.
Ruby and I grew up in Patch, an island just off the coast of Vale. Our parents were huntsmen. Our dad taught at Signal, and our mom would take on missions around the kingdom. Her name was Summer Rose. And she was like, super mom. Baker of cookies and slayer of giant monsters. And then, one day she left for a mission and never came back. It was tough. Ruby was really torn up, but I think she was still too young to really get what was going on, you know? And my dad just kind of shut down. It wasn't long before I learned why. Summer wasn't the first love he'd lost. She was the second. The first was my mom. He wouldn't tell me everything, but I learned that the two of them had been on a team together with Summer and Crow, and that she'd left me with him just after I was born. No one had seen her since.
Why did she leave you?
That question. Why? I didn't know the answer, but I was determined to find out. It was all I thought about. I would ask anybody I could what they knew about her. Then, one day, I found something. What I thought was a clue that could lead me to answers. Or maybe even my mother. I waited for Dad to leave the house, put Ruby in a wagon, and headed out. I must have walked for hours. I had cuts and bruises, was totally exhausted, but I wasn't gonna let anything stop me. When we finally got there, I could barely stand. But I didn't care. I had made it. And then I saw them. Those burning red eyes. There we were, a toddler asleep in the back of a wagon and a stupid girl too exhausted to even cry for help. We might as well have been served on a silver platter. But, as luck would have it, our uncle showed up just in time.
Nice.
My stubbornness should have gotten us killed that night.
Yang, I'm sorry that happened to you, and I understand what you're trying to tell me, but this is different. I'm not a child, and this isn't just a search for answers. I can't just—
I told you, I'm not telling you to stop. I haven't. To this day, I still want to know what happened to my mother and why she left me, but I will never let that search control me. We're going to find the answers we're looking for,
There it
Blake.
is.
But if we destroy ourselves in the process, then what good are we?
You don't understand. I'm the only one who can do this.
No, you don't understand. If Roman Torchwood walked through that door, what would you do?
I'd fight him.
You'd lose.
I can't stop him.
You can't even stop me. I'm not asking you to stop. Just please, get some rest. Not just for you, but for the people you care about. And if you feel like coming out tomorrow, I'll save you a dance.
on.
Yeah.
Neptune!
Oh, hey, what's up?
I know this is a little unorthodox, but I wanted to ask you something. Would you like to accompany me to the dance tomorrow?
Okay, maybe now you'll get your head out of your ass and ask Pira.
Oh, you look beautiful! Can we have a serious talk about how Weiss fights in these?
Stupid, dumb neck trap.
Neck trap.
Aw, she looks great.
She does.
So, does this mean we're going together?
Technically, though my first dance is spoken for.
I told you she would come. Mission accomplished. So, what do we do now? Just have fun. Does that mean I can change out of these stupid things and into my hood now? Stupid lady stilts.
Not enjoying yourself?
Oh, no. Everything's fine. I'm just not much of a fancy girl.
Well, you can't spend your entire life on the battlefield, even if you may want to.
Yeah, that lesson's been floating around a lot lately.
If you think about it, fighting and dancing aren't so different. Two partners interlocked. Although, one wrong move on the ballroom merely leads to a swollen foot.
Or a twisted ankle.
It's not every day that friends are able to come together like this. Time has a way of testing our bonds. But it's nights like these that can help keep them stronger than ever. Nights like these are ones we'll never forget.
You guys are just in time.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
I want to see Pira all dressed up.
I don't think she went.
She should still go. Screw it if the guy doesn't go.
Yeah, I know, but she's probably busy training or something. I don't know. That's what you think.
It was good. I liked the Teacher Ruby moment at the end there.
Mm-hmm.
It's an odd comparison, but it made me think of I read a book on Eliza Hamilton, and they talk about the balls that happened and the weddings that happened during the Revolutionary War time, and how they all just meant so much more because people could take that moment to step away from the war, the battles, the grief, the loss, the struggles, and literally cut loose because they so desperately needed to, and so desperately needed joy. And the way that he spoke about this, it just made me think of that same thing. Obviously on a smaller scale in high school, and they're not a big blown war yet, but it just made me have that same feeling.
I think both the professor and Yang made great points about just the fact of, the professor was about, enjoying the non-war moments, but enjoying allowing yourself that time to enjoy some, I don't know, what might seem like frivolous fun. And like Yang's too, like you don't want to lose yourself in pursuit of something, because and it all comes back to, what are you fighting for? And it's not just about fighting for something, it's also working for something. We all are, if you're working towards a goal and you're working really hard, that's great and everything like that, but just make sure that you're taking time for yourself as well, to enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Especially in American culture, there's so much you have to strive, you have to achieve, you have to succeed. If you are not achieving something every moment of every day, then like you're wasting your time and life is short and you're gonna miss out. So you've got to like do all the things all at once, all the time. Which is why we have things like burnout and fatigue, is because that's not like, life will fly by if you're going at that pace all the time. And then you look back and realize how much you really missed in those little moments and the special moments that come from silliness or from just sitting down for an afternoon with a book and ignoring the world for a while, like turning your cell phone off. Like, these are the things that can sometimes be the most peaceful to us, that give us the joy and the motivation to get back to work. And it's the same thing in the restaurant industry. Like, you go over to Europe and go out for a meal, and that meal could be 2 or 3 hours long. In America, it's like, you've got 90 minutes and then you better be off that table. Like, unless you're spending like an obscene amount of money, because everything in American restaurants is churn and burn. I also love the teacher's Mr. Miyagi moment of like, dancing is also like battle. And
like
two
fighting,
partners. It just like, I could just hear like a Mr. Miyagi wax on, wax off kind of moment right there.
So we're halfway through season 2. Have you have any changes in favorites or favorite characters or whatever, or any like, you know, favorite moments so far from the first half of the season?
I don't know about changes in favorite character, but one of the things that I really like is the way that they tell the story, because it truly is all about the relationships and about those smaller moments. You know, like when you watch Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and like big fantasy things, it's like 75% battle, and then like there's a 25% of moments. I feel like this is told a lot more in reverse, because we haven't had really the big like moment of good versus evil. It's all being alluded to. We can feel the tension mounting. It's all on the horizon. But they are really focusing on what makes these characters a lot more relatable. And what makes them relatable are the human moments, not like, you know, gonna go off and fight Mordor moments. Yang
continues to be my favorite, and I really like this episode for her and learning more about her backstory. And then just, you know, Pishy got when she turned around, she got the red eyes.
Oh yeah.
And then I liked the fight with against Torchwick. I think it was a couple episodes ago. I really enjoyed that one. And the food fight was great as well. That was another good moment.
It's not a favorite character per se, but I'm going to shout out Nora, because I love what she did for Pira in that moment.
Yeah.
Because it's obviously becoming very apparent what Pira's feelings are to everybody except Pira and Jean, who
I think Pira knows and
oblivious.
Jean knows. Yeah.
Well, I don't think Pira knows how obvious it is.
Oh, okay.
Is what I meant.
Yeah.
Obviously, she knows how she feels, but I think she feels like she's doing a good job making it not obvious, and she's clearly not, which I think is true of when you really feel for someone. Like, it's kind of all over you. So I just love Nora's moment of follow your own advice. Like, you're really great at dishing it out, but you need to absorb it as well. And I think that's true of all of us. Like, it's way easier to give the advice than to get the advice, let alone follow the actual advice.
Oh, for sure. It's very tough to, practice what you preach.
Indeed.
You have to let us know what you thought about this episode down below in the comments. And if you want all of our RWBY reactions, we got a playlist down below in the description of this video, as well as a link to our Patreon where you can get early ad-free access to all of our RWBY reactions.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for RWBY Volume 2, Episode 6, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.